it's not going to be fully your choice. You can be passionate about something, but you're going to have to do what is required of you. And then as you make your mark and as you're known, you're going to have a choice. So after I paid my dues, it took me about 10 years to truly get my foot in the door with the UN. But once I started to truly work as a professional and move up, at a certain point, it became my choice where I go and what I do. And my choice was always to be on the continent, because I felt that this is where I could do extra. So these jobs are not easy, the hours are long, the work sometimes can be quite tedious. I would say the non-sexy work, reading documents, trying to think through positions. So as soon as I had the choice, my choice was to be in Africa. I feel that, like most of you, just the fact that we're here means we're privileged Africans, because there are many who are in a far worse position than we are. We get to be educated. We get to sit in this forum. We get to talk. So I always, when I had the choice, I chose to be in Africa. And where I chose Africa, where there were still challenges that I felt needed to be resolved, and I wanted to be part of that. And that's how I've ended up quite a bit in the Horn of Africa. So most of the Horn of Africa, when I first came to Sudan, it was one country, and I joined the World Food Program, and I was an officer running up and down the eastern part of Sudan in the refugee camps and trying to make sure that people had food to eat. So I remember my first crisis. There had been a clash between Eritrea and Ethiopia. And my boss at that time said to me, "You have one job and one job only, Kiki. It's to make sure that nobody goes 24 hours without food, without eating. Just think what it would mean to you, and that's what we expect you to do." In total, some 90,000 people crossed the border, and together with UNHCR, a lot of the NGOs, we did our best to support people. And this was the first time that I truly saw what it meant. We're sitting here one day, there are clashes, and I'm sure there are a lot of you who've experienced it. In fact, when I came in, I met a young lady who said she had to flee Sudan and come here to South Sudan. But to me, it always not fascinated me, but troubled me that we could be sitting here 1 second, there are guns going off, tanks move into the street, and with exactly what we have today, we have to find a way out. No time to pick up anything, no time to speak to anybody. You just flee looking for safety. And if somebody doesn't choose